Brother, I get it. You're eating more, training hard, yet the scale hasn't moved in weeks. You feel like you're doing everything right, but you're still stuck, skinny, and frustrated. This was me after 5 years of consistent lifting, still stuck and frustrated. Now, when the scale does move, you wonder, is it muscle that I'm gaining or is it just fat? Worst, you start feeling softer and softer over time. You feel stuck in a skinny body, even though you've already tried so many different things and you feel like you're doing everything right. This was me as well. You're lifting, you're eating, you're showing up, you're doing the work, you're not lazy, but your body's not responding. You're not seeing any changes, any rewards, any progress, any momentum. Your shirt still hang off your frame. You look in the mirror and you feel somewhat behind. All these years, all these months have gone by and you feel like you should be further along by now. I was there too. And deep down, you know you're not showing up at your full potential yet. Your body still doesn't reflect who you are inside. And you're starting to wonder, is this just my genetics? Maybe I'm just meant to stay small. And the answer, brother, is no. If you're tired of being stuck in the same skinny body, this video might just change everything, maybe even the way you see yourself. My name is Matteo. I help skinny men build 1 kg of muscle per month and build a body you are truly proud of and confident in. That is without living in the gym, without mass gainers, dirty bulking, and relying on unsustainable diets. This right here are a couple of my personal transformations. But beyond that, I've helped hundreds of skinny guys finally break through and transform for good. Whether you get help from me or not, that doesn't matter. My promise to you today is you will walk away from this training knowing more than 90% of skinny guys in your gym at the moment. These are a bunch of case studies and testimonials. We've also got hundreds of wins that I'll be covering. I want to show you what actually works, not just for me, but for skinny guys who struggled for multiple years and finally broke through. Now, who is this for? This is for you if you've been skinny your whole life and you're done pretending it doesn't bother you. You're tired of being stuck in the same teenage body no matter how old you get. You want to walk through life with strength, confidence, presence, walk in a room and feel like you truly belong there and stop feeling small or even invisible. You want to take off your shirt and feel proud, confident, and completely comfortable and at ease in your body. You know and I know that deep down you're capable of more and you're finally ready to prove it to yourself. You feel overwhelmed by the amount of advice shared online and you just want a simple, proven path that actually works for you. And finally, you're ready to build 5 to 10 kgs of muscle and finally have a body that reflects who you truly are. Now, who is this not for? This isn't for you if you talk more than you lift or you skip meals and call it doing everything right. You chase shortcuts instead of doing what actually works. You binge content, you watch videos all day, you scroll on Instagram, but you never follow through. You say, I already know this, but you're still stuck in the same skinny body. And finally, you go all in for 3 weeks and then disappear when things get uncomfortable and you're not seeing results yet. Now, here's the truth about building a muscular and confident body as a skinny guy that no one else will tell you. You can absolutely build 5 to 10 kgs of muscle and finally feel proud of your body without living in the gym, force feeding 6 times per day, dirty bulking, or chugging mass gainers and relying on unsustainable diets. But the truth is, you're not stuck because of your bad genetics or a fast metabolism. You're stuck because no one ever taught you how to eat enough consistently to gain real muscle and not fat without feeling bloated or force feeding 6 times per day. How to train for actual growth, not just being sore or being exhausted at the end of a workout, and how to approach this with a long-term plan that fits your lifestyle, not focusing on tips and tricks, random YouTube workouts, and dirty bulks that only last 1 week. But buddy, don't worry. I'm not going to let you stay stuck. And I just want to be clear, there is no such thing as skinny genetics or having a super fast metabolism. You just need to shift your habits and apply a system that finally works for your body. And if you want that person to be you, I'll show you exactly how to break through your current plateau, and that is fixing the exact eating, training, and recovery mistakes holding you back. How I spent years of being stuck, frustrated, to gaining 15 kgs of muscle naturally without stuffing myself, burning out, and constantly second guessing my choices. And how you can build 5 to 10 kgs of real muscle, lean muscle, step by step, so you finally feel strong, confident, and fully at ease and in control of your body. And how to do all of this without mass gainers, living in the gym, and relying on unsustainable diets. But just to give you a short version of my journey, this video is not about me, it's about you, but just to give you some context of where I come from. So this was me back in 2016. At that point, before that, my entire life was revolving around football, soccer. So I was playing a high level in Switzerland, and I was forced to stop back in 2016 when both my parents got sick. At the time, I couldn't handle the pressure. I just couldn't cope with the high level and everything going on. So I quit. And I'd always been inspired and looked up to guys that had the confidence, that had the presence, that was strong looking. And I was like, let me start the gym. So back in 2016, I started the gym. I was 60 kgs at the time. And so I got started on my journey. A couple years went by. I made some newbie gains. I made some progress. Nothing too crazy. I still felt like I was learning, reading from forums, taking one step forward, one step back. And all of this brought me to this point in 2021. So this was in Costa Rica. I was 65 kgs and my mom showed me this picture she took of me and I was shocked. Like 65 kgs and this is what I look like after 5 years of consistent lifting. I was annoyed at myself. I was angry. I was frustrated. And this was the moment that changed everything for me. A couple weeks go by and I went back to France. This is where I was in my gym. I came back to my routine. And one day in the gym, I meet this guy. So I ask him to spot me on my bench because I was benching. He says the form is great, but there's very little weight on the bar. I had a big ego at the time and he was essentially telling me that I was weak. So I took it at heart and obviously I was frustrated. And it turns out this guy was a coach. He was a strength coach in my gym. And a couple weeks go by, I see him at the gym and one day he offers me his services. So we go outside, we sit on the bench and I was there hesitating for 20 minutes. I had fear. I knew this guy could help, but deep down I was scared of changing what I was currently doing. I was scared of trying something new. And let me tell you one thing. Had I not joined his coaching program back in 2021, I would not be making this video today. That decision absolutely changed and transformed every single facet of my life. Fast forward to 1 year after, I was 9 kgs heavier. I was on a high. My confidence, my self-belief had gone sky high. I was building muscle. I understood the system. And from that point on, I kept investing in mentors and started to design my own system and approach to fitness. This is me in 2025, 78 kgs, the strongest and best looking I have ever felt. My self-belief is at all-time high and I feel absolutely incredible. All of this, 8 years of trial and error, taking one step forward, one step back, coaching hundreds of guys in the gym and online, I've come to design the Build to Last protocol. This process is designed specifically for skinny guys to finally transform, finally grow, and is based on 5 key pillars. This is a no fluff system. So it's enjoyable. It's a plan that fits entirely around your lifestyle. It's not fixed. It's based on each individual's lifestyle. Confidence. It's designed for you to see visible weekly progress in the gym, in the mirror, on the scale. Predictable growth. We're not guessing. We're not randomly doing things. We're basing ourselves on data and we're applying a proven, repeatable system. Simplicity. I love when things are super simple. It is science-backed. There is no fluff. You just follow the steps and grow every single week. And finally, freedom. You train 3 to 4 times per week. 70 to 80% of my clients train 3 times per week. You live your life, you enjoy, you travel, you go to events, you do everything that matters the most to you, all while progressing every single week. That is what a true fitness system allows you to do. Now, the Build to Last protocol is designed on 3 key pillars: sustainable nutrition, growth training, and bulletproof mindset. 1, sustainable nutrition. Still skinny and stuck at the same weight on a scale every single week? It is not your genetics, it's not your fast metabolism, it's your daily habits. These 3 mistakes are exactly why you're still stuck. Let's get into it. Number 1, inconsistent nutrition equals no progress. You eat big meals one day, you're barely eating the next. You forget and skip meals when life gets busy. You have no plan, no structure, no rhythm. You're basically just winging it. And you're still wondering why the scale won't move. Number 2, random calorie distribution equals being stuck at the same weight. Living on snacks, bars, bites instead of real, proper, calorie-dense meals. You're skipping breakfast, you're having your first proper meal at 12 p.m., eating way too much in one sitting, which leaves you stuffed and full, but still under your calorie goal, and still wondering why the scale is not moving. And number 3, you're eating clean and the wrong foods, and that is why you're still skinny. Grilled chicken, salad, veggies looks healthy on paper, but barely any calories in your meals. You always feel full, but you're still not gaining any size. You avoid fats and stick to lean and safe foods and still wonder why your body is not changing. Random meals, random foods, calories, and distribution equal random results. And everything random equals no clear direction, no feedback, no data, no progress. But once we fix this, and this is what we do with my clients, everything starts to change. This is exactly why you might be frustrated, overwhelmed, confused, feeling lost, discouraged, or all 5. I can say this because I was there, and all of the clients I have coached in the past have been here as well. Now, what I've come to design for sustainable nutrition is a specific protocol called the Gains Trifecta, based on 3 key pillars: prime food choices, optimal calorie distribution, and sustainable meal frequency. Now, this is the key to eating more, gaining muscle, and staying consistent over time with your nutrition. So first, optimal calorie distribution is all about properly spreading your calories across the day so you never feel bloated and the scale finally moves. Prime food choices is eating high calorie dense foods that are easy to digest. That way we increase your daily calorie intake effortlessly. Finally, sustainable meal frequency. So meals and snacks that fit your lifestyle so you never feel like you're eating a fixed, boring eating plan ever again. And I want you to zoom out for a minute because 250 grams per week, that's 1 kg per month. And over 1 year, that's 12 kgs. But most people quit before they get to this point. And I just want to show you, this is my boy Kiran that gained 2.5 kgs in his first 8 weeks. But beyond that, he understands that it's all about the small, consistent progress every single week. He knows that he'll get to his goal because he's focused on the small gains every single week. Now, the Gains Trifecta is very powerful at solving these key issues. I eat a lot, but I can't gain weight. The weight I gain never sticks. My metabolism is just too fast. When I gain, it's mostly fat and not muscle. This is combined with training, which we'll cover just after. My body just burns off everything I eat. Everyone tells me, just eat more, but in your mind, you know it's not that simple. And finally, maybe I'm just meant to be skinny. And if you ever thought or said one of these, you're not broken, you're just missing the correct system to apply every single day. Right here, my boy Vishnu from Singapore, he implemented the Gains Trifecta and gained 2.5 kgs in his first month together. So obviously this is a bit fast in the first month, but we scaled down just after that. Feel free to pause if you want, but what Vishnu has to say, he tried multiple diets in the past, multiple different approaches, and he was very skeptical. He was the most skeptical guy I ever had on the phone. But after 1 full month, he says, your system works wonders. Anders, 28 years old from Denmark, he implemented the Gains Trifecta as well and gained 4.3 kgs in 3 months. Same thing, what Anders has to say, feel free to pause if you want to read, but he thought he was skinny his entire life. Like he felt weak, he felt skinny, and this is the first time he actually didn't look skinny anymore. He feels like he's growing out his chicken legs, and when you start to not identify with being that small guy anymore, that literally dominoes into every single facet of your life. Now, guys that struggle to grow, they're eating clean but not enough calories, random habits, zero structure, and they always feel full but they're still not gaining size and growing. When you apply the sustainable nutrition, you have meals you enjoy that actually move the scale, a system, no chaos, nothing is random, and something that's built for real life. It allows you to travel, go to the restaurant, have full flexibility. If you're going to different events, it allows you to grow no matter what you're doing. Now, without a sustainable nutrition approach, you'll stay stuck like the majority of skinny guys. You'll take 1 step forward, 1 step back. You'll never be able to maintain your results long term. And finally, you'll keep chasing the next shiny diet or trend you find online. That was sustainable nutrition. Nutrition is the foundation, but nutrition alone will not transform your body. You need training and mindset, which we're covering right now. This is why most skinny guys train hard, consistently, but they still do not grow. The 3 mistakes I see every single day in gyms, online, with guys I talk to that keep guys stuck, frustrated, and flat. Number 1, no consistency equals no results. Guys start overly motivated. They're pumped. They overcommit to a routine that realistically is not sustainable. They don't see immediate results, which leads them to get demotivated and discouraged. Life happens and their training routine fizzles out. One skip session turns into months without going, months pass and they're back at square one again. And this is why consistency matters way more than intensity. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You want to be in the game for a long period of time, and that is why your approach needs to be sustainable from day one. Let me ask you something right now. Could you realistically stick to your current training routine for the next 5 years? If the answer is yes, fantastic. You just have to refine your system. If no, your results will not stick long term. Which brings me to number 2. No real plan equals no real progress. You go to the gym, wasting time without a clear plan, structure, or direction. You never track weights, reps, or progress. You have no data, so nothing can truly compound over time. You're what we call a program hopper. You keep switching machines, exercises randomly, you change the order, hoping something will magically click. And finally, you keep lifting the same weights week on week, and you wonder why your body still looks the same. No structure equals no momentum, which brings me to number 3. Short-term thinking and perfectionism. This is a key one. Guys are obsessed with quick fixes instead of building sustainable long-term habits. They're searching for the best foods, best supplements, best muscle building workouts. They're overanalyzing every micro detail before confirming and getting very good at the basics, getting stronger every single week, tracking your numbers, mimicking influencer diets, trainings, overcomplicating every single thing and getting absolutely nowhere. And this is why they stay stuck, wondering why nothing's working, even though they're putting in effort every single week. Now, this is the cycle I see every week. You start strong, excited with momentum. In the first few weeks, you're pumped. You don't see consistent results, which leads you to feel demotivated and discouraged. You begin to doubt the process because you're not seeing results. You stop putting 100% effort in your program. When you're not putting 100%, obviously you're not going to be seeing great results. So eventually you stop and you fall in this cycle of starting and stopping every single week, every single month. One step forward, one step back, never making lasting progress. And the truth is that you must break this cycle, otherwise it will keep repeating year after year and you'll still wonder why you're not making progress. Now, these lead to, same as before, all of these 5, most guys give up altogether. And by now, if you've seen all this, you might understand what mistakes you've been doing. This will give you the awareness of like, damn, I've been doing all these things wrong, and I can guarantee you there is a solution to this. Forget everything else. This is what actually works when it comes to building muscle. If your goal is to build muscle mass consistently, the safest and most predictable way to do it is simply by getting stronger on a couple key lifts. That is all I do. That is all I teach my clients. Very, very simple. Let me ask you something. How much weight have you added to your exercises in the last 6 months with proper form? If the answer is 0 or very little, you haven't built muscle, period. Super important question. Through my years of coaching men, I've designed a specific system for training. It is called the growth stack, based on 2 key principles: sustainable training and growth progression models. Sustainable training is a routine that you can stick to. 70 to 80% of my clients train 3 times per week, something that's super manageable long term. And the growth progression models. That means we know exactly what to be doing every single week. We have a system. We use 2 simple methods to get stronger. This removes the guesswork. It's if this happens, we do this. If this happens, we do this. Everything is based on data and predictable. Now, the growth stack is specifically designed to have clarity in what to do, simplicity in how to do it, growth that stacks every single week. But most importantly, we're not just training. We're actually progressing every single week. Now, there's different strategies we use inside of the growth stack, but here are 2 key ones. These are small tweaks that very few people talk about, but this is what unlocks the true growth you're looking for. Number 1, micro plates. These are small fractional plates. Most gyms have bigger jumps, like have 1.25 kg. And this is why a lot of people stay stuck, because they go for too big of a jump and they're unable to maintain proper form. So we focus on small, consistent progress every single week, and those small gains compound over time. And as we say, real growth comes from the smallest jumps. And number 2, intensity for growth. Most skinny guys get this wrong. Guys will either stop their sets way too early, leaving 3, 4+ reps in the tank, or they will go all out to failure and be unable to recover from session to session because they're just pushing way too hard. There is a sweet spot for consistent muscle growth, and it's really that 85 to 90%. just shy of failure. That means you're pushing your sets. That last set is difficult, but we finish strong, we finish strong, we finish strong every single time. To give you a concrete example of this, Lucas, 24 years old, he actually gained 10 kgs of muscle in 12 months. And beyond that, got super, super strong. Feel free to pause. There'll also be a case study with Lucas below. Colin, same thing. He gained 5 kgs of lean muscle mass in 6 months. But beyond that, he got super strong as well. Like, he gained strength on all of his key lifts. Same thing for Cole. There'll be a case study with him just down below. Just to be clear, what happens when you don't follow the growth stack? You might just eat more, gain weight, like a lot of people do, but your body just gets softer over time. You're not actually building muscle. Now, you train hard, but the mirror isn't changing the way you want it to change. You start wondering, is my body even built to grow and to build muscle? Weeks and months go by only to still look the same. And that is why the growth stack exists, to eliminate guesswork completely and finally make muscle growth predictable. Now, I just want to be clear with you, buddy. Like, you can have the perfect plan, everything can be perfect, but if your mindset and you don't have the mental fortitude to stick through when you don't see results at first, you'll stay stuck like the majority. That is why 90% of a fitness transformation is mental. Everything starts with the mindset. This is why the bulletproof mindset is so key to your transformation. Now, the truth is 90% of skinny guys stay stuck, and it's never about food or training. It's always about their poor mindset and attitude towards success. Most guys have low to mid self-confidence, and deep down it's because they don't truly believe they can change. This is the self-belief crusher cycle I like to call. Listen up very closely because a lot of guys fall into this. You say you're going to do something. I'm going to go to the gym on Tuesday. I'm finally going to accomplish this fitness goal. I'm going to finish this work project by Tuesday. You don't keep your promise. You don't follow through on what you said you were going to do. And whether you like it or not, internally, this crushes your own self-belief and your self-confidence. This is what I call death by 1,000 cuts. It's like small micro cuts done to your self-belief over time that compound. And would you believe a friend of yours that lies to you once, twice, 3 times? Yet this is the exact same thing. You keep lying to yourself again and again and again. And the worst part about this is you're extremely hard on yourself. And it's like, fuck, Matteo, you didn't hit your calories this week. Not only are you not keeping your promise, but you're being extremely hard on yourself, which creates a negative feedback loop. And this is what most people experience 365 days a year. No wonder you're going to have low self-worth, low self-belief, and low self-confidence. It is just a natural byproduct. What we want to do is the exact opposite. We want to create positive upward momentum and feel like we're winning again and again and again. For the bulletproof mindset, I have come to design specifically what I call the expansion protocol, based on 2 key pillars: daily non-negotiables and the confirmation exercise. And most skinny guys don't follow through because deep down, internally, they do not trust themselves. The expansion protocol is designed to rebuild your trust in yourself again and again every single day. Every promise you keep is one brick, one step in the right direction to building that new identity of yourself. You stop breaking your word, you start seeing yourself as a fucking winner, which leads to your confidence and self-belief compounding every single day, every single week, every single month. The result of the expansion protocol is life-changing. Obviously, the physical transformation is incredible, like there's a big visual difference, but the most important is the mind. How does this change your mind? For me, these confirmation exercises combined with my physical transformation, my self-belief, and the way I see the world and see myself has completely changed. And obviously that affects every single facet of my life, my interactions, my business encounters, having the courage and strength, mental strength to start this online business. None of this would have been possible without the mind. Everything starts from the mind. Obviously, we've got a bunch of client wins when it comes to confidence, mindset, all of that as well. Beyond the physique, Lucas gained 10 kgs of muscle. He looks great. He looks fantastic. But his transformation inspired his parents. They lost 10 kgs of fat as a result of his transformation just by seeing his daily actions. So his family's a lot healthier now. He now gets way more respect from men and is taken way more seriously in business. And beyond that, his girlfriend looks at him with a lot more admiration and raw attraction than she had before. Now, in Lucas's words, in our case study, he says it changes everything. This is us right here in Marbella enjoying a nice meal. And beyond the physique, different guys, same system, same wins. Paul, Elia, Vincent, Chris, Karan, Colin, all these guys have told me that Transforming your body also transforms every single facet of your life. Your mindset as well. Everything goes up as a result. Now, what happens when you nail these three together? You can finally build 5 to 10 kgs of muscle and finally feel 100% proud and confident in your skin. But beyond that, become the man you've always wanted to be. And that is without mass gainers, relying on unsustainable diets, dirty bulking, living in a gym, none of that. And just to show you in real life what this looks like, the actual path to the full transformation, month 1 to 2, this is where we get crystal clear on nutrition and training. No more guessing. We get confident in the gym. That means we know exactly what we need to be doing. This is the foundation of the transformation. Without this part, nothing sticks. Then, which brings us to the transformation section of the path. This is where we start seeing visual progress. Our weights are slowly going up in the gym. We're getting stronger every single week. This is where we start to get the first compliments of people around us starting to compliment our fitness journey, our results. Obviously, the plan evolves as you're progressing, so you never hit a plateau, you're never lost, you're never confused on the next step. And finally, months 6 to 12, you've gained 6 to 10 kgs of lean muscle. At this point, like you're at the level of Lucas where every single facet of your life is changing. This is where you become the man you've always envisioned in your mind. You feel proud, comfortable in any situation, anywhere, anytime. But beyond that, you finally feel in control of your body for once in your life. Training feels effortless, results feel natural, and the funniest part is people actually ask you, how did you do it? Now let's paint a picture together crystal clear. Imagine feeling proud, comfortable, and 100% comfortable in your own skin. That is shirtless, dressed up, or in the bedroom. Imagine your favorite clothes fitting absolutely perfectly on your body and people start noticing how great you look. You look absolutely fantastic. You finally feel like you're the fucking man in every single aspect of your life. You're confident, charismatic, and you play offensive in every single facet of your life. And imagine knowing exactly what to do, following one simple approach that finally makes progress feel effortless, that you know works. Imagine building muscle, feeling great without obsessing about food or fitness or training, an approach built around your life, not the other way around. But now, I want you to imagine 5 years from now. You're in the exact same position you are in today, still stuck, frustrated, you've not made any progress, and deep down you're still wondering, like, is this still for you? You've watched others transform, you've seen all the wins over social media, and deep down you know that you were capable. Inside you know that you were capable to transform, but you kept delaying it and you let fear and doubt win. All of these guys have transformed, they've changed, and many more will transform over the next coming months while you stayed the same. They built the body, the self-belief, the confidence, the life they truly wanted, all because they took that initial leap. Now, you did not miss the opportunity, but you just kept putting it off. Now you still have that choice right now. I am so confident in my process that if we do work together, I will keep working with you for free until you hit the goal we decide upon together. Given you're following the plan, you're training consistently, and you eat the exact way I show you to. Just to be clear, this is not guesswork. It's a system that actually produces results if you do show up. I only offer this to guys I can truly help. And if you're watching this at this point in the video, you are definitely one of them. And if you're ready to finally build the body of your dreams, have the self-belief and become the man you've always wanted to be, feel free to book your call below. All the links will be available, or DM me the word coach on Instagram. And just to be clear, I only work with guys that are fully ready to follow through and apply the system. If that's you, fantastic. We'll get a clear step-by-step plan to get you to your goal. Worst case, you'll walk away with a clear roadmap. Buddy, the next step is yours. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you later.